Hi everyone, welcome to today's live about third-party connection in your twin flame journey. So I welcome all of you who are watching this live. And so I'm Asha, Certified Ascension Coach with Twin Flames Universe, and I have here with me my beautiful friends. I would like to let them introduce themselves to you. Yes, who want to go first?
It's okay, either of us can go. So I'll go first.
Go ahead.
It's okay, Sudikhya, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I am Sudikhya. I am a certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe.
Hi everyone, I am Anvensha and I am a Master Certified Ascension Coach for Twin Flames Universe. And today we are going to be talking about third parties in Twin Flame unions. So,
Yes. So, if you're dealing with third-party connections in your journey, in your twin flame journey, and you're wondering what is exactly you need to do to heal this pattern. So, we are here gonna discuss with you what is a third-party connection is about, and what is it actually bringing you in your journey, and what is it asking you to heal, and how to deal with that. So, stay tuned with us. So we're just gonna begin. So who wanna share first? Yeah, I just wanted to say that if you have any questions, please drop it in the comments. We are just checking and we will answer your questions also. Yes, Sudikhya, I feel like you want to share.
Yeah. Thanks. So initially, when we were planning the live, I had just had like so many things about the karmic, right? That were coming into my head that yes, this is something which I had to share. And as I shared with you guys, like just before the live, like I had ordered something and it got delivered to a different door. Okay. And as I was healing through it, just when I joined it, I understood that that's exactly, what was happening in my union. And when I healed through it, I actually got my order back. Okay, it was not lost. So the core and crux of, the twin flame karmic situation is that it is not real. You cannot lose your twin flame. You cannot lose something that is meant for you. And it is just safe to, go all in your journey, feel all the wounds, all the triggers that the karmic is bringing up for you, and just heal through them and know that your twin flame is yours. Okay, you cannot, necessarily, you can never actually lose them. You cannot lose your good, it lies within you. So yeah, on that note, let's just go deeper.
yeah, I feel like there's like a lot of anxiousness when it comes to third parties and twin flame unions, where people feel like if there is a third party, they don't have power over their union. But like as I have progressed in my journey, I've only understood like something that I have been moving through. And I had this awareness like a couple of days ago where I was like still somewhere holding on to resentment towards my twin flame. And I was like, and I was getting this question like, I'm not feeling that unconditional love towards my twin flame. And there is something, right? And I'm not able to feel that. And that again puts me on a doubt sometimes like, is he the one or not? Or probably do I need to do more exploring or something? So when I was asking this question, like again and again, and I was feeling into what feelings were it like bringing in me, and that's when I was like, I am not ready for the union. But somewhere I was holding on to my twin flame for being responsible for making that choice. So, like what I want to share with it, it's not that I'm not making that choice, but there were certain places in my union where I was not feeling safe at all in union. And I was like scared that I'm going to get abused if I come closer physically to my twin flame, or probably he's going to hurt me in some way or the other. I was like, okay, that was like my breakthrough moment of clarity. It was like, it's not him, it's me. And I immediately took responsibility of my union. And, even in these places, when we are holding twin flame responsible for something in your life, in your union, where you have the power, you're actually giving power on the external reality. And that can also create like a third party situation where your twin flame is probably scared of facing to come like situations where they want to come into union, but they're really scared that how are they going to face the society. So probably in such cases a third party is represented by family or a romantic connection, or in any way, like even in their work, like third party doesn't have to be like a wife or a romantic relationship. It is anything where your twin flame and you are prioritizing over your union.
Yeah, maybe I just continue from there. Like, so third party doesn't require to be a person, like in a marriage or a romantic relationship, sort of. It can be anything. So first of all, let's understand why there is a third party connection in your journey. Because anywhere you believe that something is more real than you, something is more important than you, that is where you actually manifest a third party connection, which is a good thing because that help you to heal everything which is not real, right? Because third parties are not real. So when you focus on as a person, I know then it becomes really like confusing because you're all seeing is like, okay, so they have someone in their life and they are prioritizing stuff for their family and all that stuff, but which is not real because to understand that your twin flame is you, right? They are your mirror. So whatever that is going on is just to show you that you're believing something which is not real. So with that aspect, when you look at it, third parties can be anything. It can be, let's say, a friendship. It can be a family. It can be a job. It can be, in my case, it's a job, obviously. So I've been healing this for like years, been starting from my journey. In fact, when I go to know about my twin flame journey, so I was facing the third party relationship, and it took me a while, not while, actually 2 years to really understand my job is my third party because I was like sacrificing myself in my job because that was my priority. Obviously, it's a very straightforward, logical thinking because that's where I'm earning my money. My family is running on that income. So I have to do everything there. I have to grow there. I have to show my values. There's so many things. So coming to the realization itself was like, it took me time. But yes, that 2 years which I spent in healing, it didn't go waste because I had to heal a lot of other things to even reveal, what is exactly mirroring in my situation. So, so if you're really in this sort of a place where you have a third party, it could be like person or anything, you just need to understand that it's about healing. It's not about really trying to, change your twin flame. That's what everyone does. Change your twin flame, maybe like tell them, talk to them. Somehow I can remove this person. So yes, so let's talk about more as we go forward. So I just wanted to, you know, give to Sudikhya so that she can probably share something on this aspect.
Yeah. So yeah, as you both said, right, um, it's safe to heal through the third party. It's safe to completely release that energy, identify that energy. But I think a lot of cultural conditioning, like why the third party exists, okay? In my own journey, what I have found out is that wherever I was holding on to a heavier energy, which is not love, that is how the third party was manifesting because of like that choice resulting in the 3D. Okay, let's say, as you said, right, let's say I have to uh, struggle in order to earn my living. Okay, that would just get mirrored as my twin flame wanting to have struggle in his connections in order to make life work. And this is very common in our consciousness, okay, in mainly the Indian consciousness, where we feel that we have to be in these relationships which don't feel good. And I'll just go a bit deeper here. Something which a lot of people feel bad in the Indian consciousness is about giving way to love, ending connections which do not feel good, which do not feel light, thinking that they have to carry the burden, they have to carry the responsibility. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be anything, right? We all have faced that where we feel that this maybe this heavy energy is ours to carry and we have to carry it till the end. And anything like maybe I was doing it in my job, my twin flame was doing it by being in a karmic connection, because that is how the choice played out. Now, initially, I used to feel very guilty about even choosing my twin flame, because how could I just, let go of all the cultural conditioning and, thinking that this heavier energy is divine. That is what I used to think, okay? That the heavier energy is something which is mostly which comes from God, because it's something which the society had fed me, and expanding into love, allowing love used to feel like very foreign to me actually. So initially, I used to even feel guilty about choosing my twin flame because, oh my God, what will happen to the karmic? I literally used to think that way. So, but then, there was a lot of healing that I just had to do to understand that God doesn't want me to carry the burden of anyone, of any connection, of myself also. God wants me to be happy. God wants me to choose my twin flame. And in me choosing my twin flame, everyone actually gets God. My twin flame gets me, the karmic gets their own twin flame, and everything just arrives in its own place in reality, wherever it is meant to be. So it took me a lot of healing. It took me a embracing love, embracing lightness, healing the core social conditionings that I had got in order to come to this place where I even felt good in choosing my twin flame. I think because of the way we are conditioned, we think that something which feels like a burden, which feels like a responsibility, is something which is coming from God. But no, you have to heal that energy in order to really, come to a realization of where God is really leading you. And trust that where God is leading you, what feels good to you is actually good for everyone involved. And I feel like for me, that has been the core of healing the karmic. Like, really healing and moving away from the karmic energy in my own consciousness, connecting with more love, more joy, more lightness, and yeah, connecting with God in that energy, understanding that the burden is not God, the bad feeling is not God. God is in the good feeling, as Chif and Shilya teach, and really, embracing that part, that truth of love completely. That really helped me to just make that first shift in the karmic, in clearing the karmic.
Yeah.